I read a report also that NRI investments are maybe we are expecting double the number of investments, not only in institutional but also retail, because of gravity or the pull, India being the superpower and number one, even the foreign countries, so many heads of the big superpowers are saying that India is the future.
If you want to reach everywhere, you want to broaden your reach, you have to become digital, right? But again, with digital, my question is the conversion ratio. The conversion ratio of digital is very, very low.
Hello everybody, welcome viewers to this wonderful show hosted by Rustomjee. This show is hosted in the best interest for the industry at large, all the viewers who are either interested in real estate or who are making money from real estate, who want to make more money from real estate, or who are maybe wanting to know what the future of real estate looks like so they can rebalance their portfolios. Like I said, my name is Kaizad. This is my 19th year I'm working with Rustomjee. Proud employee, extremely proud and happy employee. Because the values which Rustomjee has taught us are totally in sync with the values which my parents have taught me, which is transparency, honesty, being down to earth, being humble, being very, very customer centric, offering the best value for money to our customers. These are the wonderful things, and you can say, I would say Rustomjee for me is not a company or organization, it's an institution which teaches us not only about real estate but teaches us about how to live our life to the fullest and to the best, and to give the best experience to the people who we come across. Today, to share some of the richer experiences of the various beautiful people that we work with, no person, no organization can claim to be a success by themselves, and we are no different. As a matter of fact, we always say that it is the teamwork which makes the dream work. One of the members of the team which has made our dream work is sitting with us, and I'm proud and happy to welcome our honorary guest and very jubilant and extremely charismatic Mr. Vijay Singh from Net Worth Properties. Vijay, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today? How are you feeling today?
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant?
I'm excellent. I'm
beautiful.
Good. Yeah.
So we are looking forward, Vijay, to sharing your rich knowledge with us, and maybe giving us some guidance to the viewers and maybe some tips where they can use your rich experience and vast experience. And probably you may not get anything material benefit in return, but I'm sure somewhere you can say the blessings or the true, you can say the respect. Yeah. I think a lot of times blessings and respect are priceless.
Yeah, correct.
Knowledgeable people like you have no hesitation of sharing the knowledge. That's one of the reasons why we called you over here.
Thank you.
Because there is no insecurity in those people, because they're always reinventing themselves.
Correct.
So thank you for being with us on the show, and it's a courageous thing, and I would say very noble and caring thing to do that. So before we go into the nitty-gritty of the real estate and maybe some nice tips of how to improve business and all these things, tell us about Vijay Singh, the human being. Where were you born, and what have you done? What were your passions in life? What was your original dream in life? How did you end up becoming a realtor?
So, firstly, it's a great initiative, which is like you are probably removing all negativity from the market, from the real estate, and you bringing positiveness to the real estate industry. And if I talk about Vijay Singh, I born in UP. I came Mumbai as I done my study from Khalsa College. And if you talk about my passion, I wanted to be a cricketer. And during my education time, I joined one of the real estate firms so that I can earn some money, and I can pursue my hobby to become cricketer, right? I actually wanted to become cricketer. To buy equipments of cricket, I started real estate job. So
real estate was side business.
It was a side business for me. It was a part-time job for me.
And then you fell in love with side business.
It's one of the very interesting industry, I will say, where you're making you're meeting new people every day. And you have option to choose with whom want to work, or you you don't want to work with people, right? So that's how it is. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So in cricketer, I'm curious to know, with your height, I think if I see you standing, I have to look like this with 45-degree angle up to you. You are what, 6'2", 6'1"?
I'm 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What would you have been, a great fast bowler or a great batsman, or both?
No, I'm a batsman and off-spin bowler.
Off-spin bowler?
Yeah, I was not pace bowler.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So in terms of cricket analogy, when you are with your customers, what do you do to them? What mindset do you go to them with? Do you go with the अरे मैं customer को googly डालेगा, मैं off spin डालेगा कि कौन सा ball डालेगा? What do you think? Do you think like a cricketer when you meet your customers?
No, so I don't involve cricket in my business. I want to be honest, and that's one of the reason why I love working with Rustomjee, just because they believe in facts and they don't manipulate things. Similarly, I don't manipulate things with my customer, right? I keep things very straightforward with my customer. Cricket, yes, cricket definitely helped me in bringing business to me. I will say about 50 to 60% business comes from cricket.
How is that?
So, cricket is sort of networking for me, right?
Okay.
So we today, if you see, there are multiple tournaments take place for all the corporates around. Even in your real estate, all the developers play cricket. Like I don't know if you heard about it. Like there are companies who organize this cricket tournament where gentlemen like Mr. Anand Mahindra is having stake in the company, right? So that is one of the networking thing where you play cricket and you grow your network.
Oh, it's like I thought that happened only in golf. So this is interesting that we can extend to cricket.
Yeah.
We have one site, Paramount, Rustomjee Paramount, which is at Car. Every year we have a cup, which is a rotating cup, and customers versus Rustomjee employees.
Oh, lovely.
It's a very tough match.
Okay.
And so I think that's very interesting, and it builds the bond and the love and the care, and it's a very, very good camaraderie which is shared with people. And I think usme kya na, we become human beings.
I agree.
And we become like playful little children, and I think it's a very, I think everybody should play at least for some point of time in their life.
You
no
have
matter
to
what
have,
the age.
you have to have some sports in your life, right?
You have any children by any chance? Like,
I have two children. I have a son which is he's 11 and a half year, Ekansh, and I have my lovely daughter. She's 6-year-old.
Ekansh, that's a nice name. It's a Sanskrit name, no?
Yeah, Ekansh.
And daughter's name is what?
Myra.
Myra. So how long have you been in real estate, Vijay?
I've completed almost 16 years now.
16.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
6 plus 1 is 7. Lucky number for real estate.
Yeah. So from here, I'm seeing 10 years going to be fabulous for me.
Yeah. Why do you say so?
So this is the right time where I see next 10 years will be very good for real estate.
So you have any data to support that, or why do you feel like that, or any examples you have?
So whatever development I'm seeing, like see all the developers are trying to get as much as possible projects, right? Whether it is starting from the Isar, Borivali to South Mumbai, everywhere people are hunting to have new projects. And even if you go outside, they started building second homes, right? So everywhere there is work going on, and I see if any developer or realtor not making money in next 10 years, they will not able to make money ever. So this next 10 years will be a boom for real estate.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, that is what I can see from now.
The sunrise, we can say it's a sunrise sector as
Yes.
of now, right now.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So about real estate, what is it that excites you the most about real estate? Means ये चीज मुझे सबसे प्यारा अच्छा लगता है. So one of the things, like you said, you get to meet new people.
Yeah.
वो मजा आता है उसमें. Second is you get a choice कि इससे मुझे काम करना है, ये थोड़ा मुझे लुच्चा लफंगा टाइप का लग रहा है, इससे मुझे काम नहीं करना है. In corporate world, the employees don't have that choice, right?
You don't have the choice.
So I think having that choice is the greatest freedom of all. And it's a privilege that you are enjoying. So besides that, what are the other one or two things which are, you can say, very बोलते हैं ना, tempting about working with the real, और मजा आता है. Yeah.
See, when you get to meet new people, to understand any customer's mind is very important, right? If you know about my history with Rustomjee, my conversion ratio is almost 30 to 40%.
Wow.
Which is very good in real estate.
Extremely good.
Right?
Average is 10%, I heard.
Yeah. So we do lots of homework before bringing any customer to the site. Right? We don't just show all the options to them, right? To confuse. We don't confuse people, right? We understand the requirement. We make them visit at least 1 or 2 projects. And with the feedback of theirs, then probably we take this conversation forward. So I think you need to work as a quality realtor than just doing mass work, right? So that is needed.
Go for the classes rather than the masses.
Correct.
That's the strategy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you in spite of that wonderful and inspiring 30% closure that you are enjoying, you still have 70% rejections. How do you handle those rejections?
See, rejection is part of any business or probably any industry. That is fact which one need to accept, right? And somebody must have worked better than you. That's how the business is diverted to him. And you have to motivate yourself by seeing that he was he was on top of the customer while doing this transaction. Probably I was lacking somewhere. So that is the learning what I will say we should have. Somewhere we have missed some point where we miss out on the customer.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think that requires great humility to accept that in spite of doing so well in life, I still am prone to failures. And dealing with failures is one of the cornerstones of successful people.
Correct.
And that's a good attitude, that you be humble and say, यार मेरे से कहीं ना कहीं गलती हो गया, देखते I will do introspection, or I may even ask the customer कि सर मुझे कहाँ गलती हो गया, and then मैं सुधारूँ वो गलती को, right? That's amazing.
I would like to give you one small example.
Yeah.
If I go about a year back, I was talking to Parth and Zubin. Let's see, I have a customer who's looking for a large apartment, but unfortunately he's finalizing something else. And that customer finalized that apartment, and he was keep asking me about that project. What do you feel about it? Can you see the documents? And I was helping him all through, though I was not representing him. So after 6 months, the transaction is fall through, right? And then that customer approached me that let's work together, and I want to finalize apartment through your company now.
Wow.
Right? Wow. So I did not regret that he's finalizing apartment through some other realtor, but I treat him like a family, and I still I keep guiding him whatever positive way I could, right? But by seeing that approach, the entire family molded on me, and they said, we want to work with you, and let's see the apartment. And today we are in a situation where we are negotiating apartment with Crown.
Wow.
Right. So that's the approach a realtor should have.
Also, it costs 6 times more. I would like to share. I read this somewhere. It costs 6 times more money to acquire new customer rather than to retain the existing customer.
Correct.
So do you have any such techniques or any strategy or any process to retain your existing customers?
So whatever customer, as an 80% customer, what I deal with, they are my close friend, whether through cricket or college friends or Rotary friends. And you have such bond with people that whatever requirement they have, in fact, their relatives, their friend, everything comes to your company, right? But you have to maintain that relation. You cannot be running behind the business. Whenever you're approaching them or whenever you're talking to them, you should not be talking about real estate all the time. So you talk about other things, you talk about social things, and whenever they need you, they will approach, right? In fact, within my complex where I stay, we avoid approaching people for business, because real estate is such a business where if you start approaching people, they will start maintaining some distance, right? So within my complex where I stay, I don't approach too many people to work with. There's lots of business around you, right? Where you're staying, you should sort of avoid approaching people for the business. Let other people approach you for the business.
Correct.
And once that trust built with you, it will remain for the lifetime.
Perfect. Well said, boss. Well said.
Yeah. So that's
सही बोला. I think वो जैसे साया और shadow and the light. If you go running chasing shadow को पकड़ने का, साया को पकड़ने का try करेगा, वो तो कभी हाथ में आएगा ही नहीं. So running behind a customer, especially a high net worth customers, so the faster you try to chase the shadow, the faster that shadow runs away from you. वो हाई नेट कस्टमर का यही है, आप उसके पीछे भागेगा, वो आपसे डबल फास्ट दूर भागेगा. उससे अच्छा रादर यू बी लाइक अ मैग्नेट, और क्या बोलते हैं, मधुमक्खी और हनी, बी लाइक अ हनी, and you sit there, the bee will notice you and come and land on you and want to associate with you, right?
Correct.
So you are the honey, Honey Singh. Vijay Singh ke बाद Honey Singh.
My son's name is Honey Singh. We call him Honey.
Achha, seriously, what a coincidence. Sweet like father.
Yes, he is.
Or sweeter than father.
Sweeter than father.
Cool. Nice to know that. चलो मस्ती मजाक करके जिंदगी जीने का, life is short, we have to enjoy.
बहुत important है, as in you have to spend quality time with your family, friends. When I say family, it is not only your wife and children, your mom, your brother, their family. All of them are your family, and you should spend quality time. It is not that you just keep running behind money and business.
Beautiful.
You have to have a quality time with your family.
I would like to now ask you about your toughest customer in your 17 years, you said, right? Now 16, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 seems to be a lucky number because I just asked you before the show that where you stay, and you told me you stay on the 77th floor. Yes. Isn't that a coincidence?
Yes, it
is. And you're in the 16th year of your business, so 6 plus 1 is 7. So I think this should be a lucky 777 lucky number.
Like, yeah.
So in your past 17 years, if there's one customer, यार ये सबसे मेरा toughest transaction हुआ, which customers example comes to your mind?
So normally I take transactions with ease. I don't push people to do business with me, or probably I don't push customer to overspend or less spend. If your customer, if customer is comfortable, he will definitely take the transaction forward. But during lockdown, I did a transaction which took me about 1.5 years to close that deal.
Wow.
1.5 years, where there was one property being chased by 2 buyers. So one buyer was in run for about 8 months. Unfortunately, with some technical issue, we could not get the NOC from society. And the second buyer took about 3-4 months to complete the transaction, right? The toughest part was the seller was in US, the buyer was not in Mumbai, they were somewhere else. During lockdown, we completed this transaction without having buyer and seller in Mumbai.
Are you serious? That's shocking.
Yes.
First time I've heard something like that. So registration was power of attorney?
Yes. So
both दोनों side का?
दोनों side का power was given to their solicitor.
अच्छा, wow. That guy also didn't see the apartment, देखा नहीं उसने?
They had seen about 2 years back.
2 साल पहले देखा?
2 साल पहले. But they count that house as their dream house.
Dream house.
And that's what this buyer who bought the house, he did not give up. He said, whenever I get chance, I will enter the transaction.
उसको ही बेचेगा मैं.
हाँ, he was having in mind कि मैं घर खरीदूंगा ही खरीदूंगा whenever I get chance. There is someone who's paid token. He wanted to complete, but due to some technical reasons, society did not give NOC. So that first buyer have to move out, and then this buyer who is counting that house as a dream house entered, and he found that house.
कायनात कैसे ऑपरेट करता है ना, एक बार वो शाहरुख खान का एक डायलॉग था ना, एक बार ठान लिया तो कायनात भी पूरी कायनात
मिल जाती है उसको करने के लिए,
हेल्प करने के लिए.
Yes.
टेक्निकल रीजन किधर से आ गया? दिस इज सो अमेजिंग. दिस इज रियल. मतलब कुछ भी दिल से चाहो और वो अच्छा नियत अच्छी हो, ये दो कॉम्बिनेशन फुलफिल होते हैं तो miracles are possible.
And there was one transaction we did with Rustomjee, Crown, where this company who purchase your apartment, or he will probably take some time to sell your house, and you have to buy apartment in Crown with that money. So that was a very, I don't know if you know about it.
It is always tough. No, I may not know the specific details.
But this is only transaction what we did in Crown, where we managed to sell a buyer's house to this company, and that company helped us to purchase Crown apartment.
Oh, that's always a very tough thing to do.
It is very tough.
It is a very tough thing.
It's a subjective transaction where वो होगा तो ऐसे होगा, ये होगा तो ऐसे होगा, right? So somehow your team were very efficient to handle this. I think Parth, Zubin and Yatin, they played a crucial role in closing the transaction.
Thank you. I'll pass on your congratulations to them. It's heartening to know that.
And it was very high profile customer. He's very high profile customer who's sitting in, he's a dear friend. He is in UK. He's a managing director of JP Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So persistent space.
Yes.
How do you judge, विजय साहब, आप कैसे जज करते हैं यार ये कस्टमर अभी आपको तो in spite of being probably the market leader or in top amongst the market leaders, that 30% conversion जो आप बता रहे थे, still you are getting 70% rejections. तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये लेगा नहीं लेगा और आपका judgment कितनी बार सही होता है? Means a gut feeling, how do you work it?
Asking right question to customer is very important. You don't get excited that I have a 100 crore customer or 10 crore customer. You should ask them a right questions. What is the timeline you're looking at, right? How are you going to depute your funds? What is your requirement, right? There are multiple questions you have to ask your customer, and then only you will understand that this gentleman is genuine or no. Even if he's not closing with you, he's closing with someone else, is all right. But at least you should know your customer once you start interacting.
ये विंडो शॉपर नहीं है,
लेने वाला है,
नियत है उसके पास.
Correct.
So I think one is that we find out ability to buy है कि नहीं उसके पास, and willingness to buy है कि नहीं.
Correct.
पर पहले I think you find the willingness.
Willingness
ability
is important.
बाद में you can find out, right?
Yeah. Willingness is important.
अच्छा. What are some of the questions you would ask to find out the willingness? The ability. These are very, you can say, you can end up hurting the ego, because these are some questions could be very direct. Like you can't say, sir, आपके पास कितना पैसा है, or like some brokers ask, आपका budget क्या है. This is very offensive to the customer also, na?
No, rather than asking your budget, you should start proposing options. Suppose I'm talking about Godrej properties, right? Godrej is building one tower in Mahalakshmi. The moment you say, sir, this apartment ka size is starting from 2,000 to 2,500 and probably roughly 13-14 crore is price range. Are you okay to look at that option? If he says yes, then definitely he's got that sort of budget.
Wow.
Instead of asking him like, what is your budget?
Superb.
Right?
Superb.
Whenever we propose Rustomjee, we say, see, 3 bedroom start from 9 crore and probably 5 bedroom will be about 30 crores.
Are you okay
which is the configuration you...
Wow, that is beautiful. That's beautiful.
So if you ask a question something like, you have to little change yourself and then ask this question. Directly asking question with such profile will be very tricky.
मतलब ये तो क्या है, मिर्ची के ऊपर आपने शायद हनी लगा के उसको खिलाया. So beautiful, no complaints. So beautiful, I would say a very sweet and very non-intrusive way where you're not stepping on the customer's ego or on the toes of the customer.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're getting to know what you want and not going into Mumbai Darshan of showing 25 properties to understand what they want.
Right.
How nice.
Very
nice. That's a great learning. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Which has been your biggest ticket size you have sold, like 40 crores, 50 crores?
So, transaction wise, I've done transaction which is close to 100 CR.
One transaction?
One transaction.
Beautiful. That's off.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is mind blowing.
That was during lockdown itself.
I think you must not have slept that night also when you found out that it's finally done.
So I was calm. I became excited when money came to my pocket. Right. So just doing 100 crore transaction or 200 crore transaction doesn't solve your problem, right? Till the time funds comes to your pocket.
Brokerage जब तक बैंक अकाउंट में नहीं आया तो it's just सब हवा की बात है.
You do 100 crore transaction or 200 crore transaction, doesn't matter for you, right?
But when the money came to your account, that's when you believed कि ये हुआ है, it's a reality.
This is possible.
वो reality उस time पे hit हुआ. तो उस time पे what emotions were you feeling at that time?
So if I go about 5 years back in my life, right, I was thinking कि there will be a time where लड़की वाले ढूंढेंगे कि भाई कोई real estate वाला बंदा है जिसको
अरे तो सुपर बात बोली एकदम.
So not engineer, not doctor, but the moment they heard about a real estate guy, बोले यार इससे शादी करानी चाहिए लड़की की.
This is an amazing ambition.
So that is the thought process came in my mind कि boss, real estate is it's in the same corporate line where you call professional, you call corporate. It is same.
Respect.
The respect is same. It's just that that positive thought, positiveness in the industry is important.
Correct.
The way you're taking this interview, Rustomjee, the way they are building things in positive manner. Probably there are many other developer, I will say. You talk about Kalpatru, you talk about Raheja, you talk about Lodha, your company. Then there are few more developer, Godrej. So with this developer, the industry is changing.
Correct.
The industry is totally changing.
Correct.
Is getting more into a corporate zone. Even by RERA coming in the picture, everything is getting organized.
Very nice.
So when I earned that brokerage, I said, boss, with money, you have to become positive, and you have to be in very corporate manner. You have to start dealing where money can be made easily, but you have to be positive with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think money also shows the class of the person. जितना ज़्यादा पैसा आएगा, and how humble are you with that money, and how you handle mentally that money, that shows your own inherent values, जो आपके संस्कार जो बोलते हैं.
हाँ, correct.
So I think you're not allowed it to go to your head.
No, not at all. Not at all. So you raise a very right topic. If I go about 14-15 years back in my life, there was a good amount which I received in cash as a brokerage. घर पे लेके आया, and when I bring that money to home, उस समय लैंडलाइन फ़ोन हुआ करता था. There was no mobile for us. So my brother called my mom कि he earned some money and पैसा लेके आया देने के लिए. So my mom said कि see, more than that money, I need my son. अगर ये पैसा तुम्हारे दिमाग पे चढ़ने वाला है, then we don't need that money.
Wow.
We need my son. Right? So you decide. You can take that money away, but I need my son. And if you feel that even by giving that money, my son will remain mine and he will remain of my family, then I'm happy to take that money. You decide.
Superb.
So that's how from that day to this, like today, I'm all of my family.
क्या बात है, मज़ेदार बात बोली यार.
हाँ.
उधर ही मम्मी ने लाइन ड्रॉ कर दिया कि पैसा अपनी जगह पे और
I need my son.
बस.
She was very clear. I need my son. So this is important. As in what you said is very right. पैसा आने से आदमी बहकना नहीं चाहिए.
Correct.
Having that humbleness, that groundness is very important.
Correct. So nice.
Yes.
Mummies are priceless.
Oh.
I think. Parents.
You can see goosebumps.
Yeah, I was also thinking the same thing. Yeah, so I think a lot of times, Vijay bhai, whenever I send some good wishes or I do something for people, they tell me, Kaza, thank you for your blessings. I feel very embarrassed that if people even say or write something. I say, look, I'm nobody to bless you, boss. Yeah. The two best blessings, I keep telling this to people all the time, and I would like to use this show to communicate that to a larger audience. There are two major blessings which you can earn in your life. One is your own good deeds.
Yeah.
And second is your parents' blessings.
Correct.
जो आप मम्मी डैडी का जो ध्यान रखते हैं, जो उनका केयर करेंगे, वो जो blessings है ना, I think so भगवान को तो हमने देखा नहीं देखा है. Parents are the God.
They are.
So I think let's keep doing the good deeds. Let's keep serving and taking care of our parents.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough. You don't need anybody else's
No,
blessings.
you just need our blessing.
Yeah.
You just need your parents' blessing, and everything will fall in place.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I genuinely hope the people in the next generation are also watching Z X Y Z. अभी Z generation है ये. Z के बाद क्या बुलाएंगे उसको? Z1, Z2, Z3 भगवान जाने. Interesting. So there are a lot of like जैसे आप बता रहे हैं यार, एक real estate traditionally always was a industry with good rich money, and now it is endless money flowing in from all corners of the world and all corners of India, and it's a blessing, I would feel, to be in this industry.
Yes.
And roti kapda makan, never go out of vogue.
Yeah.
So a lot of people from corporate world, like you mentioned, we are corporatizing a lot. Lot of the respect is increasing. The way we are conducting our business with people is improving. People are knowing that वो अभी जो cheating होता था, वो supposing 100 होता था, अभी hardly 2 या 3 बचा है. वो means 80% of the 90% of the kachra has been cleaned out.
Yeah.
And whatever the remaining is in the next few years, 2, 3, 4 years, वो भी cleaned out हो जाएगा.
Correct.
And very soon the confidence index will only keep rising in our industry. So there are a lot of people who are interested कि यार मैं भी developer बन जाऊँ, मैं भी broker बन जाऊँ, मैं realtor बन जाऊँ, मैं channel partner बन जाऊँ. For those people who are in two minds कि बनूँ क्या नहीं बनूँ, like you know दूसरी industry से आना चाहते हैं उन लोग, what advice would you give them?
See, let me solve this query with cricket. Okay, there are certain cricketers who made only for Ranji Trophy.
Correct.
If they can keep working hard, but they will never able to reach to international, right? But the class shows definitely. If people are saying, okay, you have a class that you can reach there, then definitely he will go. Similarly, a realtor. See, I am happy as a realtor. Right? Probably I will not like to become a developer, and if I am trying to become a developer, probably I will be doing second homes. I will not be dealing within Mumbai or within this vicinity. It's not easy. People need to understand.
Correct.
Building such an empire is not easy. And are you really want to do that? I will say I'm not, because I'm happy the way I'm conducting things in my life, right?
Okay, Vijay bhai, I think we are seeing now, I read a report also that NRI investments are, maybe we are expecting double the number of investments, not only in institutional, but also retail, because the gravity or the pull, India being the superpower and, you know, number one, even the foreign countries, so many heads of the big superpowers are saying that India is the future. So we are attracting a lot of investments. Even NRIs are now becoming positive towards us. What is your take on the NRI market? Do you deal with NRI customers?
Many. We do lots of transaction with NRI. There are lots of accounts which we handle for NRIs. So that was one of the reasons why I said next 10 years will be very booming for real estate in Mumbai, like in India, right? Because with whatever policies government is coming in, they are attracting the NRIs. They are attracting the institution to invest in India. And definitely this market is changing just because of their entering in the market.
Which are the countries you deal in NRI?
Dubai we do UK, we do Austria.
Australia?
Yeah.
All the way there?
Yeah, Australia we have, like US definitely we have customers from Dubai, Dubai we do, Singapore we do.
Singapore?
Yeah,
okay.
we do multiple countries.
So how does it work? Does the NRI customer more picky and more choosy, or how is the trust built being so far away?
So it is not a customer who's being generated by doing online marketing. These are the customer with whom we are serving from last 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they are the one who stick with us, and whenever they have any fund, they approach us, or like whenever we have some good proposal, we approach them. So that's how it functions.
Achha, achha. So very niche market.
Very niche market. We don't approach everyone to do business. That's how it is.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think are the motivations or the reasons for these NRIs to invest in India?
See, real estate in India is totally changing by RERA coming in the picture, by ethics whatever developers are coming up with. So they started feeling safe. It was not like earlier where the project were not registered, there was no RERA system. So that confidence and that safetiness is coming in the market. They are approaching Indian market.
Wow.
Very simply about it.
This is beautiful, because this feeling of safety security is only going to become more stronger.
Yeah.
With the brands and with the regulations and with the government support and, you know, the disclosure, the norms,
Correct.
the digitalization. There is news that very soon all the records of the land records will be in the blockchain.
Yeah.
You know, crypto kind of thing.
Correct.
So once it goes into blockchain, it's total transparency. Nobody can tamper with those records.
Yeah.
So that all is just going to keep increasing the safety, security, and I think it's just going to boom, exponential boom in the real estate. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
When you talk about transparency, if you see when RERA was not there, you don't even know who's buying apartment in any building, right?
Yeah.
In today's scenario, you see your own building in Crown. Whenever there's some customer and he wants to see the gentry of the building, you openly show everyone, see these are my buyers.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And that's the transparency and confidence any buyer will like to have with any developer or any realtor, right? Which is very, very positive, I will say. Correct. None of the developer have guts to show their buyers, right? But I've seen your team. They are very open about it, right? You want to see my buyers? You please see. You see who's your neighbor be. That's the transparency what any buyer will like to have.
I think it also instills a sense of confidence,
Yes.
safety, security, and people like to stay next to people who are like-minded.
Correct.
In terms of their values, in terms of their culture.
Right.
And I think giving them that choice is the basic respect that you can give them. And
Yes.
it's not that you are stealing from someone and, on the contrary, people, even the customers who are seeing it, they appreciate that.
Correct.
It's a kind of a transparency.
And they will stick with you for longer.
They'll stick with you longer. There is no like, oh, it's some big top secret kind of thing. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So I want to ask you now the next happening thing, or ये बोलते हैं ना अभी digital, oh yeah, digital. A lot of this are like buzzword being spread around, and it's like, it's like the word of God. Means if you don't have digital in real estate, you are doomed, or maybe you are just lagging behind the others. What is your take on how much digital support should a realtor, or is it necessary for digital, and how much should you depend on digital for the success?
So, time to time, situation and situation change, right? In today's scenario, digital is must. If you're not digital, people, your reach is not that big. If you want to reach everywhere, you want to broaden your reach, you have to become digital, right? But again, with digital, my question is the conversion ratio. The conversion ratio of digital is very, very low.
I think it's 1 in 100 or something.
Correct. So that's the key role. I'm saying, probably people will know about your product, but conversion ratio will be low. Digital is important today.
Awareness के लिए ठीक है.
Awareness के लिए अच्छा है, but for business you have to have personal connect with any customer. With me it works other way around. Like people know me as a cricketer and they don't know me as a realtor.
Achha. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a happy space to be in.
Yeah. So people know me more as a cricketer than being a realtor.
Very nice.
So
very nice.
Yeah.
What more do you want, yaar? I mean, you have a cricket specialist who is advising you on real estate. Imagine how successful Virat Kohli would be if he enters real estate. सोने पे सुहागा, ऐसा बोल सकते हो उसको.
He will boom the market.
He will do boom, right?
Yeah.
We should go talk to him, yaar. Number निकालो. Great.
Yeah.
So in digital, one of the things जो हम लोग आजकल जो नया ट्रेंड आ रहा है, which is a 3D walkthrough. मतलब उसको जो you get the वो वीडियो के ऊपर real sense.
Yeah.
You can go into the kitchen, you
Correct.
go into the room, 3D पूरा आ रहा है अपने सामने. तो उसका कितना अहमियत है उसका?
This is very helpful, right? Suppose you being a buyer want to understand all the projects, apartment layouts, without even going to a site. You understand, you do your homework, and then only you move out, right? For that, it is really very helpful. You don't need to visit 15-20 projects. You understand the project, you understand the house, you understand the layout. If you need a servant quarter, you need a servant quarter, right? There is no alternate for that. If you need all the bathrooms to be attached, you need all the bathrooms to be attached. There is no alternate for that. So, with that video, probably with 20 or 15 questions can get tick mark easily without even visiting the site, right?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll say this 3D video helps a lot.
It's a time saver, you can say.
It is time saver. It is totally a time. Brilliant.
My next question to you is, वो बोलते हैं ना चाय पे चर्चा का जो famous और frequently asked questions में से माना जाता है, which is property rent पे लेना चाहिए कि खुद का property में रहना चाहिए. What is your view?
So, जो खुद का खरीदने का जो खुद का अपार्टमेंट होता है, feeling of having our own house is different, right? So, according to me, see, everybody will have their personal opinion, but for me, staying in our own house makes more sense, and at least gives that feeling of having house is very important. Even if you're not staying there, you should have own house. That is what I feel.
एक जुना सॉन्ग था ना अमोल पालेकर का, ये मेरा घर ये तेरा घर ये घर बहुत हसीन है. Yeah, ये घर बहुत हसीन है.
Correct.
So I think that is priceless. That emotion, that feeling, that
Yes.
this is a beautiful house, and ये अपना घर है. Nobody
Yes.
can throw you out and बोलो निकलो सर अभी मुझे. And then I think that feeling of अपनापन, that feeling of belonging. जैसे आपकी मम्मी को कैसे अपना जो गांव का roots, it's a roots.
Yeah.
ये roots को वो अपना मानती है.
Right.
वो हर आदमी को आई थिंक वो पीस ऑफ माइंड के लिए, एक सिक्योरिटी के लिए वो जो अपनापन तो महसूस करना है वो तो प्राइसलेस फीलिंग होता है.
Correct.
सो आई एक्सेप्ट. सो वन एंगल इज दैट इमोशनल एंगल के सबका एक तो घर होना चाहिए, राइट? नाउ कमिंग टू द फाइनेंशियल एंगल ऑफ द रेंट वर्सेस बाय. लेट्स से यू हैव योर ओन हाउस. वुड यू रिकमेंड पीपल के और एक घर लो और रेंट पे डालो? वुड यू योरसेल्फ डू दैट?
Suppose you want to purchase an apartment and you like apartment which is worth rupees 10 crore. But if you want to rent that house, you have to pay 2 lakh rupees. Right? So renting parts become easier than buying.
But that's from the person who's renting.
Renting.
उसके लिए तो अच्छा है ना, सोने पे सुहागा हो गया. 10 करोड़ का घर मुझे 2 लाख में मिल रहा है.
Correct.
But it's not so fascinating for the 10 crore guy ना. So that's my question again to you. इसके if you already have your own house, अभी मेरे पास एक्स्ट्रा 10 करोड़ है, would you recommend that person to buy के और एक ले लो सर रेंट पे डाल दो? Would you recommend that?
Renting is not a right idea, I will say. If you don't get a capital appreciation of the property, then renting is not at least for residential, renting is not a right option. So we advise people to buy any apartment. Suppose we suggested someone to purchase Rustomjee house for about 12 crore and the same house has become for 16 crore now, right? So that capital appreciation is more important than just fetching rental.
Capital appreciation is also now happening very slowly, not as much as it used to happen. I think the quality of the homes is improving vastly, and there is very less headroom for the appreciation because already I think rates are at a
Peak.
I would not say rates are at a peak, but I think the value is at the peak. Rates though are I think in line with the cost of the materials and the cost of the land and the cost of the permissions, the cost of the marketing, cost of the sales, cost of manpower, fixed cost. So because of the cost, the rates are something which are not most of the time, then we are forced to bring the rates high. But along with the rates, वो value भी तो कितना increase हो गया.
Correct.
So I think somewhere that you can say the stability. I would not say it's going down also, and neither is it going very high up. But it will increase over a period of 10 years. I think basically I'm not saying that homes. This is my opinion. I would love you to counter it or support it or add to it. That it will go up. As a matter of fact, home is one of the rare investments which appreciates. Only thing is अपना पहले क्या टाइम होराइजन 2 साल 3 साल फटाफट चलो चर्न करो इसको फ्लिप करो प्रॉपर्टी को. अभी अपना खाली टाइम होराइजन इट शुड बी 8 to 10 years.
Correct.
And that patience, I think patience
is important.
That important, and more or less after 10 years तो appreciation होना ही होना है. And maybe it will not be as lucrative, so we have to reset our expectations and increase our patience. What do you have to say for that? So I would also now like to ask you a few, you can say rapid fire question rounds. Okay. But before we go into that, one question which comes to my mind. Maybe I'll also have a drink of water along with you. To the viewers, it's only water. We promise you nothing is mixed. So, Rustomjee is now starting this initiative called Partners Forever. So basically, being a thoughtful organization, genuinely thoughtful organization, not only for the customers and the vendors, but even for trusted and successful partners like you. And many times, our MD, our head of the sales, Mr. Rakesh Setia, we all in our hearts know, and we carry certain gratitude. Maybe we are not expressing it enough to you, that 60 to 70%, if Rustomjee does say 1,000 crore sales, 700 crores are coming through you. We do 3,000 crore sales, 2,100 crores are coming to you. I think if the industry does 1 lakh crore sales, you people should be so proud of yourself that 70,000 crore sales are coming through, your efforts and hard work. So I think that kind of a respect and gratitude we should all thank you very much for supporting all of us, not only Rustomjee but all of us. Now, we want to repay some of that efforts of yours back in terms of you people are helping us to grow in life. Why can't we do the same for you? So that thought is the cornerstone and the keystone for Partners Forever. कि हम भी आपकी life कैसे सुधारें? So we want to do things like maybe we want to educate you through on various futuristic trends like blockchain maybe, or digitalization, or maybe finance, or maybe customer psychology, or customer care, customer service. What are the things, what are the various things that you would like Rustomjee to do as part of this Partners Forever initiative?
So this this thought makes you Rustomjee very unique. There are other developers, they don't think this way, right? Where you want to promote your partners, you want to educate them.
No, we just want to give back.
Exactly.
We want to give back. That's it.
This is the uniqueness what Rustomjee has, right? So this is very thoughtful, and I think Parth is pushing me to register just because of festival. I couldn't register, but we'll be registering soon. So whatever you're doing as a Rustomjee team, educating the employees, that is what one of the initiative which you took, educating the employees, and this is the new portal what you're coming up with. There are lots of other activity you're doing which push all the realtor that you're thinking about us. This is very positive thinking, and this will definitely change the sentiment of the realtor.
Thanks.
Right.
What more would you like us to do? Let's say I'm asking you for a wish list. आपकी मर्जी क्या है?
So, if I will say wish list, the way you have maintained our trust with you, that should be maintained in a longer period. Wishing in the sense, if any realtor's payment is made on time, their customers are secured. There is no big wish list, I will say. These are the few things which one realtor will expect from any developer, right?
ये तो दाल रोटी की बात की है. Your customers are secured with Rustomjee. That's a given. Your brokerage is given on time, plus minus few days हो गया. These are exceptional cases which are for the technical reasons or process or whatever. But वो intent is very clear. 90% of it happens. 10% deviation. So Virat Kohli also does 400 on every.
Which is all right.
So that intent is clear. वो तो I till now I don't have any broker coming and telling me in 19 years of Rustomjee के मेरा brokerage मिला नहीं. Impossible. 15 दिन late हुआ, वो एक मिलेगा मेरे को साल में एक बार, which is okay. But I'm saying this is your dal roti. This is what you deserve. This is what you have earned. We want to do more. हमको आपको पिकल भी देने का है, पेस्ट्री भी देने का है, कुल्फी भी देना है, रसमलाई भी देना है, दाल रोटी तो मिल ही रहा है आपको. तो what can we do to enrich your life?
See, people at least who's performing with you well, you should have some special curriculum for that, right? For special vertical where we feel that we have done good job. We've done good business with Rustomjee, and that is why it is being like we are treated like this. Okay, so exclusive. If we have customer, we will we know our customer well, and we know what we are pitching them, right? So we should not be treated the way all the realtors are treated, right?
So can you give me an example or some instance? Like, do you want us to put a red carpet when you come? I mean, I'm just saying aloud. Just
not
to give
red carpet, but at least we should be allowed whenever we have people who have done business with you. At least you should allow people to walk in with their customers whenever they have right set of customer. Otherwise, there are lots of process, right? You have to fill in the form. You have to inform 2 days prior. So that process to be removed from the system once
as an exceptional case for
correct.
you. Correct. But just to remind you, and maybe to share with the viewers at the same time, because they may not know why. So the process we have kept is so that we can serve the customer better. We can also, like how you said, we have to do the due diligence, understand the mind of the customer, understand the needs of the customer. So we also would like to have the due diligence and see. Perfect. I'll tell you, you're talking about walk-in. Right. Abhi 3 days back, I got a feedback from my site head. Kaizad, one of the existing customers walked in. There were 6 people at the site, sales mein or customers, 6 jan, all 6 were occupied.
Okay.
That customer was made to wait for 40 minutes. Abhi kya karega kya? Means 6 people is also less. If we keep tomorrow 8 people, wo bhi kam pad jayega.
Correct.
So if you bring an esteemed customer, either 10 crore net worth or 10
20
crore net worth
whatever.
नहीं, उसका net worth 100 crores का होगा. If he is buying a 10 crore property, उसको अभी आधा घंटा क्या, उसको 15 मिनट भी बिठा के रखेगा. So you will say, "Arey dekho, I'm here for 15 minutes waiting," and customer will. These kind of customers are not used to wait for 1 minute also, na?
Right.
So that is the reason why we have kept this for a due diligence to serve you better and to give you enough time. हम लोग एक अपॉइंटमेंट आपके कस्टमर के साथ रखे ना 2-2.5-3 घंटा फ्री रखते हैं हम लोग.
करेक्ट.
नहीं तो वो वॉक इन का सिस्टम रखेगा ना फिर द प्रेशर कम्स. अरे इसको देखूं कि इसको देखूं कि इसको देखूं, अभी तो 5 जन वेट कर रहे हैं, क्या करूं, किसको देखूं मैं, चल जल्दी करते हैं, इसको जल्दी जल्दी दिखा देते हैं, उसमें फिर देन दैट क्वालिटी इज नॉट देयर. सो इट्स अ डबल एजेड स्वॉर्ड.
I agree with that. So my point was, when the offices are occupied, then I do agree. We will not directly walk in, but we'll definitely make a call that see there is a customer who wants to come. Do you feel there is a space he can come? If he says nahi, all the offices are occupied. But when reason comes, you have to send the profile to approved, right? We have sold enough units in Crown, and we know what we've explained to the customer, and that is what we are bringing to Crown.
Correct.
So we've done homework. So you should trust me as your team.
From that point is taken. That's a valid point what you just said.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
We will not directly walk in, but at least we'll make a call. At least
knowing your caliber and knowing your pedigree.
Correct.
We know that you will only bring the best of the best.
Correct. So you should start, as in you should trust people who's already worked with you, who've done enough number of transactions with your company.
Correct.
So at least that sort of, we don't expect too much, right? We don't, like, our expectation are not too much. We want everybody to be treated like same, but this is the exceptional case where probably a newcomer who's doing real estate, he will bring in every customer, whether it is having 5 crore.
देखते क्या होता है.
देखते क्या होता है, अपना luck try करते हैं. But that is not with us, right? We do some sort of a homework before bringing the customer.
Correct.
And whatever customer we bring to you, at least 70-80% have turned for a second visit, right? So you should start trusting us.
Sure.
If it's a matter of sharing information can be shared by me, and you talk to your team. Whenever there is a site visit, your girl comes with a form. 90% that form is filled by me, because I know each and every information about my customer.
Brilliant, absolutely.
Where is staying? He's staying in a rental house. What is the size of the family? What is the requirement? What is the budget? We know each and every detail of our customer.
Very nice.
So my only request, that make it some exceptional case for.
Point noted. I will definitely discuss this with the management.
I hope Zubin will take it in a positive.
Yeah, Zubin is very positive person. He will always take it positively.
Oh, he's a lovely man. And Yatin, Zubin and Parth, they have helped me a lot in doing business in Crown. We as in, I remember my first transaction with Crown, where a realtor is treated like a customer, right? I've got a similar treatment what even till today, right? So we all being treated like a customer. What respect a customer gets, similar respect even we get.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think they've sent some dinner to my first customer, and the same dinner came to my house as well.
The Parsi dinner. Zubin.
Zubin.
Correct. I think it was from Sharon Caterers.
Correct.
Yeah. That's the thoughtfulness of Zubin the Great.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of the culture, because we see our leaders doing these small thoughtful things which mean a lot.
Yeah.
They are small things, but they mean a lot to the seat. Now this, I think it's been a couple of years since this incident.
Correct.
Right? But you still remember it.
I totally remember it. I shared with everyone. But they don't treat you like a dalal. They treat you like a channel partner. They treat you like, whether before the transaction or after the transaction.
Yeah.
There are certain developers who will call you channel partner, and the moment transaction is done, you become broker. Right? So that is what actually push us back while doing transaction with some developer, right?
No. At Rustomjee, we teach people, and whatever seminars we do and training sessions we do, we tell our people, forget about channel partner, broker, realtor, developer. अरे सब लोग सबसे पहले इंसान है वो.
Correct.
वो प्रोफेशन तो बाद में आता है. You call me whatever you want to call me. Give me the humanitarian.
Yeah.
इंसानियत के नाम पे एक रिस्पेक्ट दो यार.
Correct.
Forget all that nonsense, na. I mean, and Baman Saab always tells us that when he started the organization, Rustomjee, 27 years back, he used to do the same, chairman से लेके watchman. He always says, watchman से लेके chairman का काम मैं ही करता हूँ. So that humility which he, on various examples जो share करते हैं Baman Saab, Parsi Saab, जो हमारे directors हैं, Chandresh Saab, we keep hearing these examples, we keep seeing them, you know. ऐसा लगता है कि यार इन लोग इतने बड़े बिग शॉट्स है, but they are so down to earth.
Whenever
And they care for people, they care for the
100%,
small things.
100%.
They respect everybody. You know, परसी सर का जो एक अभी एक एग्जांपल आ रहा है मेरे को माइंड में, दिस मस्ट बी 15 साल ऊपर हो गया होगा. आई वाज डूइंग वन ट्रेनिंग एट आवर साइट ओजोन करके, हमारा जो फर्स्ट गेटेड कम्युनिटी. Rustomjee is a pioneer in the gated communities in Bombay and probably India also.
Right.
So it was the first gated community built 15 years back. So I walked into the building with my director on my side, and after walking in he came back. वापस दरवाजे पे आ गया परसी साहब, रिवर्स गाड़ी लिया उसने. And he is telling the watchman, आप खड़ा क्यों है, तुम्हारा कुर्सी किधर है? He saying, सर कुर्सी नहीं, हमको खड़ा रहने के लिए बोला. He saying, नहीं आप बैठो, जब भी कस्टमर आएगा तभी खड़ा होने का, पूरा दिन ऐसा खड़ा नहीं होने का. He made sure that we gave the chair to the watchman to sit.
Wow.
मतलब इतना thoughtfulness director of the organization. He thought of the watchman, कि उसका बेचारे का कमर टूटेगा या तो उसका पाँव दुखेगा. So it's not about realtor, broker and all. अपने को तो यार इंसान अच्छा है, उसको respect देने का.
I agree. I totally agree with this point. Like one of the day I remember I was walking to Crown and Percy sir was coming out, and he said hi, and he stopped and we started chatting for a few minutes. He started talking about the project, etc. And then I said, sir, there is some proposal which I wanted to share with your team. He said, you share with the team, but share with me as well. Don't even share with the team. So he gave me his email ID. He said, you please share, and then let's talk about it. So that is the humbleness, that is the respect, what any realtor will like to have, and that is the relation we like to share with any developer.
I think you mentioned the two R's just now, respect and relation.
Yeah.
No relation can survive without respect.
Respect.
I often ask the married couples, कि love and respect में से ज़्यादा important क्या है?
Respect.
Every single one of them says respect comes first.
Respect comes first.
If there is no respect, love will go flying out of the window.
I totally
So
agree.
वही तो है यार, एक ये भी again one of the basics we were joking about it. इतना simple चीज़ है, इतना basic चीज़ है. Why most people don't understand? We are at a loss.
now you remember while our company was listing at BSC, like NSC, we were like all over there, right?
Yeah.
So who invites your realtor, your vendors to when you listing your company?
Yeah.
This is thoughtful.
Thank you for being there.
This is thoughtful, and so proudly we share with everyone that Rustomjee invited us while they were listing their company.
You are our good luck charm, यार.
So
आपके बिना कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे?
And you know, so when we came, you giving that cap, right? The two colors, white and blue.
Yeah.
So me and Mac, you know Mac, right?
Yes.
So both of us decided that we will take both the colors. We don't need one color. We took two colors. So we took both the caps.
Beautiful. Those engineering caps, no?
Correct. And this is very thoughtful, man. As in inviting your CPs to your listing. As in generally company will invite all high-end people to their listing, but here it was very thoughtful, and we were very happy and proudly share. Like still we share with everyone that you should learn from Rustomjee.
I think we all learn from each other. Now that you mentioned this, it's nice. We didn't think much of that at that time, but we didn't know it would be so important for you.
It is.
It is touching my heart, and I will share this with my directors. And but ये तो उन लोग, I think for them it must be the hygiene. मतलब ये तो यार बेसिक है ना यार. मतलब उन लोग ऐसे सोचते भी नहीं कि कुछ बड़ी बात है यार. On the contrary, if they come to know that others are not doing it, they'll wonder why everybody is not doing it. So very grounded.
Yeah.
So once like water flows much easily from the top to bottom. So culture also flows much easily from the top to bottom. So we see them being grounded. We also get inspired to be the ground. We see them being the humble. We also be humble. We see them, they are respecting the channel partner. We are also respecting
the channel partner.
And genuinely, ऐसा नहीं कि वो सिखाया जाता है. वो क्या ना, actions speak louder than words.
Correct.
So I think that's what we enjoy the most about being with Rustomjee.
Right.
And that's what I think you also love, and it's all positivity going upwards.
100%.
Superb, Vijay bhai. Chalo, Vijay saab, now we will come to the you can say climax of our show, and in that we will ask you the rapid fire questions where you have to not get chance to think also, and fatafat you have to give the real answers which you have been given so far. Name the top 3, 4, 5 whatever number of human brands जो बोलते हैं ना दिल से काम करता है, वो कौन सा ब्रांड है आपके लिए?
When you talk about this, you're talking about developer or you're talking about
developers specifically?
Right.
Yeah,
so I will name it Godrej, Rustomjee, Kalpatru, Raheja, Hirandani I have not worked with. I've done a large transaction, only one transaction which was large, but I had good experience to work with them. So these are 5 developer I will name. Lodha probably I've already named it. So these are 5-6 developer which I enjoy working with.
Enjoy working.
Yeah.
And which will be amongst the most trusted brands? I think more or less will be the similar.
Similar brands. As in I don't work with people where the trust factor is not there, right? So I avoid dealing with them.
Avoid. Okay.
Yeah. Life is very simple, very easy. So let's keep it simple.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is the brand with the best brokerage experience you had in your past 16 years, consistently?
Not just because we having interviewed you from Rustomjee, but Rustomjee is one of the a developer where I had a brilliant experience in terms of my brokerage fees, where doing multiple transactions, getting one payment fees within 30 days when I raised my invoice. So that was a great experience, I will say. Not just because of you interviewing me, but I'm sharing.
Appreciate that. Yeah. No, this is not something we have heard for the first time. We are used to hearing that. I would proudly like to say that I'm happy to hear it each time I hear it. I'm happy and happy to hear it many more times, because this just shows we are on the right track.
Yes.
And that what more would you want than to make your own partners happy? If any relationship is two-sided, it's not a one-way street. Nahi hota hai na, bolte na. Only wife cannot keep making husband happy, or only husband cannot keep making wife happy. That relationship won't last for too long.
Just go hand to hand from both the side. As in, if you talk about other developer, they like to pay you in bunches, right? So, but here.
They are afraid you will spend all your money. They are also being concerned about you. बेटा सब उड़ा देगा, उससे अच्छा मैं प्यार से
थोड़ा देता हूँ. I agree.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Which is the brand you would want to improve? Like not any specific brand, but I think it will be unfair to ask for any one specific brand this question. But generally, as a real estate industry, keeping in mind that you are working with the top 5-6 brands, what would you like all of us to improve? These 2-3 things.
Every company have scope of improvement, right?
Correct.
So as a no company are 100% perfect.
Absolutely.
So somewhere it is related to fees payment, somewhere it is related to the data security, somewhere related to the customers, somewhere related to the lock-in period of the customer. So there are improvement, like scope of improvement for all these developers.
Great.
Yeah. So the moment you say you're 100% perfect, your growth level will stop there.
Absolutely.
So I will say there is scope of every developer to improve.
Beautiful. Points taken. Points well noted.
Thank you.
Solutions may not come easy and may not be overnight, but I think with continuous feedback and keeping the larger interest at mind, we will definitely receive your feedback positively.
I think we are on a right track. Let me put it this way.
Yes.
And improving is process. So improving will always be going on process.
Perfect. Yeah. It's a continuous process.
It's a continuous process.
Beautiful.
Right.
Well said. Yeah. Which is the best category for you to deal in? Like mass category, aspiration, luxury, uber luxury?
Luxury, what I prefer to deal
It's
in.
your best category. Why?
Yeah, that is the best. So when you talk about luxury, people are in ease, right? They're not in rush. Paisa feko, fatafat property le lo. Not that. They apply their mind what they're buying. And we also get good experience while dealing with such customers.
So in the category of the mass, although you may not be dealing with the mass category, but as per your perception, who is the best developer in the mass category?
Mass category, I have not dealt because we
perception. सुना है आपने और सोचा है आपने, आपको लगता है.
So mass में, I don't know, Oberoi have done good work where I've seen people coming in queue and buying houses in Goregaon and other places. So
Goregaon we would I think so not put it in mass. Mass हमें विरार डोंबिवली वो जो ना affordable and mass जो बोलते हैं ना.
But I've heard 500, 700 apartments sold one day. So something like
so
that.
That's mass sales.
That is mass sales. Yeah. No, not mass project, but mass sale, right? So that is what I've heard about Oberoi.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
they
nice.
Yeah, that.
I think it's a benchmark we all should aspire for.
Yeah.
And that's nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Great. In the gated communities sector, which developer would you say कि यार gated communities, this person has nailed it?
So all this developer where I'm talking about Lodha, Godrej, Raheja, they have done a very good work, and I think your crown will be one of them, right? As in that is the only experience what I have with Rustomjee. So these are the developer who is doing very good, and they are delivering good products overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
In luxury, which project would you choose? कि यार ये number one, कड़क एकदम first class project है.
See, luxury, when you talk about luxury, you will say Oberoi 360, but that is one of the top project which I can see around our area.
Why do you feel that's number one?
Because the size of the apartment, the balconies, the exclusivity of amenities, that is what I found in that project.
Perfect. Very nice. In townships, any particular township that is your favorite, you would peg it as your number one favorite?
I've not worked for any township. Yeah.
But you visited any? Not much.
Not much.
Okay.
We have to think twice before moving out from Worli Prabha Devi. So it's a task for us. We have to prepare 2 days in advance.
Yeah, passport निकालना पड़ता है.
Seriously, man. So that's a tough.
थाना जाने के लिए हेलीपैड अंबानी का हेलीपैड वापरना पड़ेगा आपको. Antila, we are coming. Drop us in Majiwada.
Not really, but yeah, I've never visited such projects, honestly. Yeah.
Great. What is your best location within your micro market? Which is your best location, or do you think any upcoming location is there in Bombay besides South Bombay?
So for me, Worli works best. You're centrally located. Wherever you want to go, you want to go Kafre Kulaba, you want to come Andheri, Bandra side, you want to go Central Mumbai. Everything as in Worli works best for me.
Great.
Yeah.
If there's one wish list, you are given the wish list for us developers to improve. But if you were asked by somebody or some consultant came and said, विजय साहब आपको कहाँ पर improve करना है? What category would you like yourself कि यार एक चीज़ मुझे खुद में सुधारना है, you know? What would you say that?
So I will say that I need to improve or probably convince myself to start working digitally. Right? Digital, I'm still a little away from digital. I want to start working digital.
I think because you're so engrossed with the human touch.
Correct.
वो human touch आपको इतना mesmerize करके रखा है.
हाँ कि I can't
इसमें वो connect emotional connect नहीं है ना.
नहीं है.
इसलिए वो दिक्कत हो रही है आपको.
हाँ, I agree. So that is one thing.
I think one trick you can play with your brain, because your brain is saying यार ये तो खाली तो एक computer का chip है या तो एक zero and it's basically zeros and ones. But you can tell your brain कि behind this 0 and 1 and behind this number एक इंसान है, कहीं ना कहीं तो वो इंसान मुझे दिखेगा, आज नहीं तो कल वो इंसान दिखेगा. So somewhere if you tell your brain that कि ये digital नहीं है, ये खाली mask है, उसके पीछे एक इंसान है. So maybe that's why you will find that connect. Motivation of yours.
I definitely work on it.
Yeah. Because I tell this to my team. अरे यार numbers कितना boring लग रहा है, मुझे भी numbers बहुत boring लगता है. अरे कितने number. Then I say नहीं कैसा, हर number के पीछे किसी का खून, किसी का पसीना, किसी का sacrifice.
Correct.
एक इंसान है जिसने अपनी ड्रीम्स हमको दिया है और हमारे कब्जे में दिया है वो ड्रीम्स. डोंट लुक एट इट एज नंबर्स, लुक एट इट द हार्ड वर्क एंड द सैक्रिफाइस ऑफ द पीपल हु हैव इन्वेस्टेड देयर लाइफ सेविंग्स, सम ऑफ देम, मोस्ट ऑफ देम. सो व्हेन यू सी द ह्यूमैनिटी बिहाइंड द नंबर, फिर वो नंबर थोड़े और प्यारा लगेंगे आपको.
I agree with that, and I will take. I'll note
every number speaks a story.
Yeah.
Every number has a story behind it.
I agree.
Any suggestion you have generally for the entire realtor fraternity or the real estate community? यार चलो बंदे, let's do this, come on, let's do this, something to inspire them.
So my suggestion to real estate industry will be keep supporting each other. Let's not talk negative for anyone, and spread positivity in the real estate.
Perfect.
Spread जितना भी positivity हो सकता है, keep spreading it.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
that is my suggestion to all real estate industry.
Let's not be like the crabs.
Yeah.
Who keep pulling each other down.
Not needed. As in everybody is happy in life, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
Correct.
The way you are earning, you are happy with your family. Similarly, others are like earning and they are happy with their family. So remove negativity. Let's be positive with our industry.
I think one of the ways that सब लोग पॉजिटिव भी हो जाए is एक तो यार एक jealousy या तो envy, one of the seven sins जो बाइबल में लिखा है. One of the 7 sins is that envy and jealousy.
Yeah.
वो envy और jealousy की वजह से यार ये ऐसा है ये वैसा है वो तो ऐसा किया उसने ऐसा किया. I think somewhere if we replace that envy jealousy with the gratitude.
Correct.
कि यार उसके पास है तो हमारे पास भी तो है. हम भूखे थोड़ी मर रहे हैं.
नहीं बिल्कुल.
हाँ, we are not on the roads. अच्छा उसके पास ज़्यादा है तो चल हम क्या सीख सकते हो उसके पास से.
हाँ.
उसने कुछ तो आपने पहले भी कहा था उसने कुछ तो अलग किया होगा. I lost this sale because that person must have done something different. चल हम ढूंढते हैं कि उसने क्या अलग किया
था.
तो instead of saying यार वो idiot है वो stupid है यार उसको नीचे लेके आने का उससे क्या सीखना चाहिए.
Correct.
तो उसमें आपका भी फायदा है उसका भी फायदा है. नेगेटिविटी नहीं है पॉजिटिविटी. I think this attitude should change. Because negativity doesn't help anybody.
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं. I feel we all need to be positive and I'm so happy to know as in that every developer visiting like developers team visiting the other developers project to understand how they are selling the product, what is the key point, how they are selling it, and what is the like project, right? So that is very interesting and it's very positive message to every realtor or real estate people that we are collaborating and working together.
Correct.
We have a healthy competition.
Correct.
That is what like we need to spread all over.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well said, boss. Well said.
So
Realtors, developers, vendors, and I think it's entire world, all entrepreneurs in the world, every human being can practice that.
Correct.
Stop being jealous of what other people have. Start being grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
Simple.
Today I came to know a big, as an A++ category developer visited a small project which is next to their upcoming project, but at least they have that thought that I can learn from that small developer as well, right?
Correct.
And wow to that small developer who positively invited and showed the project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice to hear that.
So this is very good for our industry.
Very nice. It's like Virat Kohli learning from the Ranji Trophy player also.
100%.
Why not?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Why not?
That's how it is.
That requires humility.
Yeah.
Chalo bhai. Nice. What is your stress buster? How do you spend your time on weekends?
So my children are my stress buster. I generally spend good quality time with my family.
Stress देते नहीं उन लोग आपको?
Never.
मम्मी को देते हैं?
Never.
मम्मी को stress देते हो, डैडी से stress लेते हैं?
It depends on how you take it.
लाडले आपके?
What stress they will give? Probably they will be demanding things from you. And every child will demand with their father and mother. Where they will go to demand themselves, right? Whatever they need, they will demand from you.
So, but since you can't give them everything that they ask for, how do you convince them at times?
Probably you have to set right set of mind that what you can demand and what not you can demand, right? You should know, and their demand is probably very small. Yeah, they're not unrealistic, right? Children are children wherever you take, they will be happy with you. They just need you and your company. That is more important for them.
iPhone नहीं मांगा अभी तक?
Never.
How lucky.
In fact, my son used to have Android phone, and from Android we have shifted him to a normal phone, 1100,000 ka Nokia phone, and he's happy with that.
How cool.
Yeah. So we explained him like you are diverting yourself to Android thing, like seeing videos, doing WhatsApp chat, which is not needed now. Even we got phone after we graduated or probably we started working. So this phone is not for you. Mama's phone and my phone is there to get you all the messages. You have iPad, you can see your messages there, but you don't need Android or you don't need iPhone.
Beautiful.
You need that small phone. If there is anything, people can connect you.
बस खाली बात करने का और
बस उतना ही काम है. We don't need more than that. Like, you don't need more than that.
So he's not on Instagram and all these things.
No. Not
serious?
now. Not
उसको
needed.
अलग से अवार्ड देना पड़ेगा और उसका अलग इंटरव्यू लेना पड़ेगा मुझे. How many parents would thank their stars to get a child like that?
Keep them grounded is very important. At least they will stay with you for longer period.
Digital detox.
Yes.
Digital detox.
It is needed.
That's of Vijay bhai. Very nice. Huh?
Thank you.
It's unheard of. Very inspiring. Maybe we can do parenting interview with you also in next session.
Why not?
This is really inspiring. What is your go-to poison?
So cricket is my go-to poison. Cricket I enjoy a lot as in cricket is
गुस्सा है जाके क्रिकेट खेलेगा शांत हो जाएगा बॉल के ऊपर गुस्सा निकाल के सिक्स मार देने का बस
क्रिकेट में गुस्सा नहीं होते हैं. The moment I reach ground I am calm. As in there is no one around you. Your friends in cricket.
मस्ती बस fun.
So as in you should know switch on and switch off system in cricket, right? The moment you're in the ground you should switch on. The moment you off the ground, you switch off, right? So that is what important. I play 2 to 3 games a week.
How many overs each game?
20 overs.
20 overs.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And standing and fielding and all.
So
which
that
is your
is
best fielding position?
So I do slip.
Slip. I was just thinking slip only because you have such a
so
you are equal to 2 people. like 2 आदमी खड़े ऐसा हो जाता है आपका मतलब 2 slips are standing ऐसा लग जाता है.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I
captain is wise to keep you in the right spot.
So most of the team I am captain. So
oh wow. Vice captain. एक वाइस कैप्टन होता है और वाइस कैप्टन होता है. Superb. What are your top 3 contenders for the upcoming World Cup right now, Vijay bhai?
I can actually name them 3, but I will say India, India, and India.
I was going to ask you the question कि besides India, who is your other contender, top 2? मतलब mistake से उन लोग आ गया तो who would that be?
Australia is one of the very strong team which I feel can be a strong candidate, and then England. England is another team.
Their bouncers are a little something we need to master, right?
Yeah. So यहाँ पे इंडिया में bounce will not work.
Bounce होगा ही नहीं बॉल उन लोग का.
नहीं होगा इंडिया का.
थक जाएंगे बेचारे दाल.
You have to be a good spinner to win the game.
अच्छा.
So for me it is India, England, Austria.
अच्छा.
These are 3 teams which I feel is very strong.
हमारे फ्रेंडली नेबर्स पाकिस्तान का भी नाम लो ना. Lot of people are saying इंडिया पाकिस्तान के बिना फाइनल कैसे मजा आएगा.
पाकिस्तान के लिए you need a good captain. Probably I have my issues there.
अच्छा, the players are good, but
players are good.
Tactics and strategy.
Yeah, you need right captain to handle the team.
आप जाके advise करो जरा.
We are too small to advise them.
ठीक है भाई. If there's one word, if you could describe for Rustomjee, कि ये एक word में रुस्तम जी का जो emotion आ जाता है, which is that one word you would choose?
Trust.
Beautiful, very nice.
Trust is word for Rustomjee.
Great.
Trust is one word.
Trust is hard earned, somebody said.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but it is hard earned, hard to earn and hard to keep.
And hard to maintain.
Hard to maintain.
Yeah.
And I think trust is the currency of all transactions. I think Narayan Murthy said this.
Yeah.
Trust is the currency. It's like cash.
Yeah.
And the entire capital and the cash flow of your company depends on that one word.
Yeah.
So we are proud and happy to have won your trust, Vijay Saab, amongst the many other realtors who are working with us. And thank you to the entire realtor fraternity for supporting Rustomjee and all our other branded developers. Like our managing director, I can't say this less, and I'm so impressed with these words of Mr. Bhavan Irani. A rising tide lifts all the ships. So when you do good for somebody, that good has a ripple effect on many other people also. And thank you, Vijay Saab, for spreading that positivity, spreading that the hope you are giving to people that a person from a small town can come to Bombay, make it big, and network with the big heavyweights, do 100 crores business overnight, and play cricket and make friends and live a lovely life and guide their parents and give the beautiful grounded sanskars to your children. That's also very impressive. So very well balanced professional and personal life. Very impressive.
Thank you very much for
your
inviting
inputs
me.
Are highly valued, and we will take note of that. And viewers, thank you so much for the patience and the love, and we genuinely wish you the very best and do well in life. Like Vijay Saab said, keep things simple, follow the basics, don't mean harm to anyone, be truthful, be honest, be transparent. ये सब चीज़ें यार कोई यूनिवर्सिटी सिखाती नहीं है, पर ये कॉमन सेंस है. And you meet 100 successful Vijay Singhs in their life, they will all tell you the same thing. ये इतना सिंपल है. पैसे के पीछे मत भागो, रिस्पेक्ट के पीछे भागो, लव के पीछे भागो, वैल्यू के पीछे भागो, कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन, कस्टमर डिलाइट के पीछे भागो. पैसा अपने आप परछाई के माफिक आपके पीछे भागेगा. So that's the crux of your summarize your wonderful learnings. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, viewers. And tada, bye-bye. Have a happy life ahead, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.